Alright, so today I'm going to be teaching you how to make this like very cool, just like Xbox almost intro kind of effect, but you can put your own spin on it, change the colors, change the animation, all that good jazz. So stay tuned, it won't be long, and I hope you find something useful in this. So let's get right into creating this Blender portion of the flyer / Instagram ad for your event or whatnot. So first things first, I always love to change some of the settings in terms of like the render engine stuff. So you're gonna click this camera icon, render engine cycles. We're gonna use cycles. You probably can use Eevee. The results are gonna be different. Just keep that in mind. I tune my max samples down for my viewport always a bit lower, just because there's like no point. 500. We'll come back to this later. Don't worry about the little add-on I have. Color management. I always like high contrast. Let's go very high. Okay. And that's pretty much it for just this portion. Now we're going to start bringing things into the mix here. So what I'll do first is bring in a camera. So let's hold down tilde, go to the front view, shift A. Let's bring in a lovely camera here that we can play with. Now in the output tab, I changed it to, let's just do 1080 by 1080. I cropped the render region just because sometimes there's no reason for our computer to be processing things outside the render region. Okay, so what I'll do now is press tilde, go to top view, and I'll just press G and Y, and I'll hold down control to drag our camera a little bit. Don't worry too much about like where it ends up, because once we bring the object in, you'll get a bit more of an understanding. Now I'll press Shift A again, go to Mesh, Iconosphere. Before you click anything else, go down to the bottom left, open up that tab, Subdivisions, 3 is the magic number here. Now we have that. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you a little trick here if you're new to Blender. Right click the edge, and this could be the edge of any point, but we're gonna do this one. The edge of the bottom, vertical split. I hold down control to get like a very clean cut here and split it in half. Now on our left hand side, I'm gonna go ahead and switch the camera view by holding down tilde as long as I'm hovered on this left hand side, and you'll view the camera. Okay, it's looking kind of big, so we can back up a little bit. So just hold down control so we get precise measurements. This is feeling okay. I think we can go a little bit closer actually. Okay. The next portion is going to be just animating it in its primitive state. So next thing you're going to do is bring in an empty, which press Shift A, empty plane axis. Can't really see it. I'm going to double click and rename it animation controller. I've been trying to do this habit of like just naming stuff to be a bit more contextually like relevant, just because sometimes I come back in these files and I'm like, what the hell is going on? I don't have a clue. Now go into your modifiers for your Iconosphere, add a modifier. Displace is going to be the first one we add. Now within your displace, you're going to click new. Then you're going to go all the way to the right and do the texture tab. We're going to click this drop down under type of displace, and we're going to have it displace as clouds. You don't have to change anything here with the settings, don't worry. And then the second thing we're going to do is bring in a subdivision surface. And okay, this is a crucial point where like if your computer isn't like too strong, I would say like don't go too crazy on these numbers. I like to just do like 2, and then we're going to go ahead and shade smooth. You can kind of see the shape starting to develop. Now on the Iconosphere, so we have our cloud displacement right here, which is kind of like you can change it a little bit to how you want it to be, but I'm going to show you the animation, then you're going to make that decision. So on the coordinates, go to object animation controller. We're going to do a little bit of animation here, guys. Super simple. Now we want it to loop, so go back 1 frame. I'm just gonna bring this up a little bit. In your timeline view, go back 1 frame to 0. I like to press N here so I can see the details of my empty. Empty right now is, if I hide that, you don't have to hide it. If I hide it, your empty is probably going to be inside of your iconosphere. That's probably why you don't see it. And we're just going to rotate, the Z axis. So right click, single keyframe, and type in 360 because that's a complete rotation. I'm going to make this available now. And with that being in there, you'll see it's animating. So that's the first portion of just like setting up the animation. The next thing we have to do now is set up the shading. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop open render view, and it's like, okay, it's not looking too sexy here. A few things you need to change in your world settings first. I always just kind of nuke the background because on default there's like this grayish background. We want to nuke that and make it 0. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna mess with the shading. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put myself over here and open up the shading tab. That's on the top left. You can change any of these by clicking the top left, and you'll see you'll have a whole bunch of different selections. Click new. I'm just gonna name it Magic Ball IDK. I'm gonna select this principal BSDF, delete it. We're going to bring in a mix shader, connect that here. We're going to duplicate it, bring in another mix shader, connect that one to this one, an emission value to this shader. Oops, sorry, mistake. Connect this one, then we're going to shift D, duplicate that emission, connect it to here, but we're going to bring in a black body, connect that to here. And right now it's kind of just like, what the fuck is going on? I'm gonna bring in something called the layer weight, and what that layer weight thing will do is kind of just make sure that here, you'll see the example here. Just gonna kind of make sure like you don't fully I don't know like the full explanation, but essentially you'll see the material is not attaching to all of the model. So I like this one. I duplicate it and I do that again right around here, and now you'll see that these are starting to speak in terms of the black body. So what I did was I made it 6000 because I kind of like that color. It's just like office fluorescent, and then for here I brought in this like, you know, cool blue here. So now we have this office fluorescent and this cool blue. And you know, I never really found what I wanted to put here. I kind of just keep putting a translucent and calling it a day, but I don't think it really makes that big of a difference. So I put in a translucent and I just make it dark. Okay, and you'll see we kind of have like our animation here. Now if you want it to go slower, one thing I could say is you can mess with like the frame time, but for now we're just going to do this as like an 8-second animation. Now here's the magic sauce. Well, it's not fully the magic sauce. Let's go back to kind of what we were looking at here. Within your camera settings, the thing that I did was I brought in depth of field, and you could just press E to eyedrop some of that stuff, but what I did was I just like went crazy with the f-stop, and then I think I just blurred the whole fucking thing. I just got to a point where it was kind of just blurry, and what I'm doing to make the values change a lot more subtly is I'm holding down shift here as I'm dragging, so you can see 4 seems kind of good, and it looks cool because it's like this blurry kind of thing, and when we overlay some text or logo, it'll be quite fire. Maybe we'll make the logo in this video, I don't know. So okay, now the final bread and butter here is the compositing. This is where you get that glow, that that lens distortion, all that fun stuff. So what I do first always is just kind of just render out an image. This is a computer flex that rendered pretty quick. Right now, if you're wondering, I'm using a MacBook M2 Pro. If any of you guys have those crazy graphics cards, you'll be really doing this fast. So Shift A and bring in a viewer, and bring in a reroute and connect that to the viewer. So now we can kind of see what's going on. What's going on here. And then you're gonna go ahead. I personally like to mix my noisy image to just get a little bit of that grain, but that's all personal taste. Doesn't really matter. You can skip that part. Then bring in a little bit of that lens distortion and just give it a little bump. Just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. You could go crazy. Honestly, you could go crazy. If you want to go crazy, make sure you click on fit and then just kind of, but I'm not going to go crazy. You can go crazy. And I'm going to bring in a little bit of that jitter because the jitter is kind of cool. Actually, no, we're going to skip that. And now, what you probably are looking for is this glare. So that glare, I've been playing with is bloom. So what you want to do, our object is extremely bright. So you'll see at a lower threshold, it's capturing more light. At a higher threshold, it needs to be brighter to have that glare. So I'll make it around 3. Then if you press M, you can actually turn it off and on to kind of see the difference. It looks pretty good. Then one thing you could also do is don't be afraid of stacking up on these elements, you know? You could bring in that fog glow to bring in a bit more of, let's see what that looks like. A little more of that glow. That's pretty much it for this tutorial. I don't think you need to bring in any more. We'll do the rest on another application. So let's wrap this up and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right. Well, thank you for dropping in for another tutorial. What are some words I want to share? First off, you know, don't judge yourself too harshly if something's not working. You know, feel free to go back, look at the tutorial again, or don't even worry if you don't have the same exact thing. Feel free to like change things. I think, you know, you're the creator of this. You know, you're following me for the tutorial and I'm just giving small bits of information. It's funny, like when I do these tutorials, sometimes I think, oh man, like that's so simple, like everyone should probably already know how to do that, but that's not the case. And when you figure out those small bits, you'll start to see like the unlocks. So try not to be too harsh on yourself. Thank you guys for dropping in. Feel free to connect with me on Instagram, social media, all those things. I should put an email. You guys should email me. That would be really cool. You should email me. I'm gonna put my email. Just email me. Let me know how your day's going. Tag me in any of your work. Honestly, DM me your work. Like, I want to see what everyone's doing. Regardless, lots of love. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.